everybody, this is Michelle with Stampin' Butterfly. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I want to share with you a fun fold. It's called a triple easel, and here is what it looks like when you slide it into your envelope. We're going to make a slightly different variation, so let me go ahead and pop up the cards. This is a fun fold that one of my team members had made and had the card sitting up on the table during our Stamp Fest event, and everybody went crazy over it. She used Pure Magic, which I don't have. It's the one with the dragon, and it has a mermaid, and I forget what the other guy is in there. But it's a super cute stamp set. So I decided we'd do it with the hippos, since they are a free stamp set during Sale-a-bration, which is running now. So if you look in your Sale-a-bration catalog, the stamp set we'll be using is Hippiest Hippos, and you can earn that with a $50 purchase. And then they also have coordinating dies, which you can also earn with another $50 purchase. So if you spend $100, you can get both of those. So today I'm going to show you how to cut that. I'm not going to do a lot of the coloring. I want to spend most of my time showing you how to cut the card and get the easel to work. So let's flip down, and so here's our little sample card. So we're going to pop it up. We're going to change it up a little bit. This card uses some retired paper from the Rainbow Happiness last Sale-a-bration. So we're going to use Hues of Happiness paper this go round. And we're going to go with some fun colored hippos. So we're going to start with a card base that is slightly smaller than standard. So instead of the usual 5.5 by 8.5, we're going to do 5 1/4. And the purpose of this is that it makes it easier to do your cuts halfway through the card. They are more of a normal measurement. So we are going to move that cutting blade out and use the score blade and score at 4 1/4, our usual card base score mark. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and cut our little slots. So we will cut at, let me double check my measurements so I don't lead you astray, 1.75. And what you're doing is you're lining up this piece of your paper at the 1.75, and you're going to cut down to the 4 1/4 score mark that we made. And it's always tricky getting to the end. Okay, and then we are going to the 3.5 mark. And looks like I need to come back a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a little bit over, but that's okay. All right, so now we have our little flaps going on, so that's fun. Next, what we're going to do, well, let's get our bone folder out. Make sure we crease these pretty good. All right. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to score our triangles one at a time. So we want to make sure we move the cutting blade out of the way. And let's see, I've got the angles going in the correct direction. What you're trying to do is line up this corner and this corner in your track, and then you're going to score them with your score blade. So I feel like I move the top and then the bottom moves on me. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Give it a good crease. And the dog must be seeing something good outside, so she is barking away. Then we're going to go ahead and fold this one down and crease it. All right, then we're going to go to our next panel. And we'll fold these back, and we're going to do that for all 3 of them. So I don't know what she's chasing, but here we go. I think that slid a little bit. Let's make sure we're still in the right mark and score them. And again, want to try to crease it. Finesse that little corner is always a little tricky. Probably easier if I don't do it on the scoreboard. So let's scooch it out of the way. And get the bone folder again. Perfect. All right, 3rd one. Fold this one back. And we'll go ahead and line that up. And this one. And again, we'll grab our score marker, which is the light gray one. You could also put this in the big scoreboard if you have one handy. I find it a little easier. It looks like I didn't go down all the way on that corner. So let's see if we can get that lined up a little better. Okay. If not, we'll try to finesse it another way. Okay, so then we're gonna, oops, hopefully I'm on camera. You can see what I'm doing. And then this one, need to finesse that point a little bit. All right, I think we're looking good. Okay, so another piece you'll need is your 5 1/4 by 4. This is going to be your inset. So this is your standard card size, but you can see it's because we cut our paper a little bit shorter. We're gonna want to go a little shorter on our 5 1/4. So we can cut that at 5 and see how that looks. All right, so that looks better. So we're going to want to do that at 4 by 5, which is slightly different than our usual. And now what we need to do is we need to cut our pieces of paper to go on the triangles. So I've done a little bit of that in advance, and I selected my colors. Oh, I should show you my little hippo guys. So I colored these the other day, and I thought it'd be fun to have some purple and pink hippos. Okay, they're not. Here we go. So I just colored some fun little hippos with the blends markers. So I used Fresh Freesia and Flirty Flamingo. So we already have those done. And then I cut my little pieces of paper already just to save us a little time. So this is just one strip because you have a 12 by 12 pack of paper. So this is just one strip out of each pattern, and it's a 1 by 4. So you get that whole piece out of just one little strip out of your paper. Then what we're going to need to do is cut our paper. We're going to decide which one we want on top and which one we want on bottom. So I think I want the white on top. Or do I want the navy? I think they look better propped up against the navy because they're going to be standing on here. So yeah, okay, so we'll do the white ones first. So what we're going to do, so we need to make sure we're cutting the triangle. So again, we're lining up the corners, and this time we're going to use our blade to cut. And you'll see we have a triangle for that one. A little fit on there. All right. We'll set the bottoms aside. Do it again. And technically, when you're cutting this, you end up with, because you're cutting your triangles, you can have 2 cards to go. You could do 2 at a time. That one over there. This one. We'll do it again. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and do the bottom triangle. And that one's going to go there, so this time we don't need the tops. He escaped. I don't know how he even ended up over there. All right. And if you wanted help holding down your paper, you could always use like a small Post-it note and use it to hold the edge of your paper. And make that one there. And then see if I get those guys lined up. Perfect. Alrighty. So now we have our pieces, and let's see, do we need to cut and score? I think that is good for now. Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and grab the mini die cut machine, and we'll do our little sentiment. So we're going to use a sentiment from the stamp set, and they are orange rubber, so they're called Cling. And they come in a sheet like this. You pop them out, and then you put the labels on them. So I've already put the labels on to save us some time. And then if you take a look at the dies that come in this set, they'll cut out each of the hippos. Oops, there you go, in the camera. Each of the hippos. And there's a wave, flowers, a little life preserver, and a boat. Some sunglasses, all kinds of fun stuff in there to coordinate with your little hippo to do fun things. All right. So let me just go ahead, we'll do a quick stamp, and then we'll grab our die cut machine, which I think I left behind me, so I'll grab that real quick. And not to worry that it's slightly crooked, because we're going to die cut it, so we're good. That's why I like to stamp first and then die cut it out. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I might cut these first, but I might end up die cutting them crooked or stamping them crooked. All right, so I just used some Night of Navy on that. Let me grab the die cut machine. So we're going to use our little mini since we're doing some small dies. And let's see, so we're cutting, we need plate 1 and plate 2. We don't need these other guys. Open up the machine and give it a quick run through. All right, so if you wanted to hold it in place, you could always use a small Post-it note or some washi tape, but hopefully mine is staying put. And I'll give it a quick run through. And since it's a rectangle and it has a big solid side, it probably would have been better and easier to run through if you put it in at a diagonal, which I didn't do. But if you put your paper more at a diagonal, then that runs through easier through your cutter. You're not fighting against that full surface. All right. Move those out of the way. And since I forgot my silicone sheet, we're going to use paper, otherwise I might make a gluey mess. All right, so now we have a lot of assembly to do. Get our pieces and parts ready. Make sure I don't lose them all over here. And I already die cut some little circles out of fresh freesia, so we are going to use those. And then, so first we'll just glue on all our little pieces. So technically we could have probably used the other side, but that pattern was so like different on strips, I didn't know if I'd have enough or if I'd end up with an unusual color. Need a little bit of glue on the tip. All right, little goes a long way, so maybe I'll just dot it on that side. And the liquid glue is nice because you can slide it around a little bit till you get it where you want it, and then stick it down. Alrighty. And you could also use snail if you're a fan of your snail, or Stampin' Seal, I guess, is our new stuff. See if I can get him to slide into the right place that I want. There we go. Just a smidge off, but I think that'll do. All right, so now we have to do the bottom pieces. And again, we'll go ahead and glue these on. This is cute paper. Because I colored the elephants, or the hippos first, and then I didn't remember which designer paper had those colors. I just wanted to make a cute purple hippo, so had to do a little digging to find the paper that worked best with it. But I think this one will work out cute. We'll see what it looks like when we're done. Alrighty. There we go. Now we'll glue in the inside panel. And then we're going to need a few dimensionals. Open it up. Whoa, see it? Look at all that wiggle room you get with your glue. All right, I've got that down pretty well. So now we have our sentiment, and then we'll put two little hippos on there. When you're lining these up, you just want to make sure that they don't stick over the top, because then they won't fit in your card. You know, so if it's over the top of your paper, you don't want to do that. So maybe we're doing one hippo and a sentiment. And then maybe the other hippo. Do we want him? We might not use him. We might just do one hippo and the sentiment. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and get our dimensionals. And I'm going to put them on the back of our circles. And these are going to be like our little props for the easels. So we just need to decide when you fold up your card where you want it to be. And then you'll put those on. You'll put them down. Try to equally space them, kind of. So I didn't push it down too hard. Hopefully it's got a little wiggle room if I need it. Hold it back. And then that one. Do it again. And let's see. They look pretty even. Okay. We'll give them a little push down to hold them down. Okay, next we want to, let's see, maybe we should put the little hippo in the center. And then just leave the top open. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, so we're just going to use a little glue on his feet. We don't want to put too much. We want to make sure he's standing off the paper. And he still looks cute like that. So I think that's a good height. And then, let's see, where do we want that sentiment to be? So that one, because it's a rectangle, it's a little trickier visually. You have to decide if you want it a little crooked or if you want it more centered once it pops up, depending on where you put it, right? So I think if we put it about here, then that's pretty good. So, all right. With those set, and if you have some gems, you can decorate them. You could put another guy here too, I guess, if you wanted. But I think this is what we're going to go with. So let me tilt it so you guys can see. There's our final card. Aw, you really are the best. And then when you fold it up, it's a normal standard size card. Slightly smaller. And that fits in your normal envelope. All right, so if you are excited about trying the triple easel card, give it a try. And if you're interested in earning the Sale-a-bration free items to use the hippos, you can shop at my store, which is on the website at the top and has my current host code if you can use that on orders under $150. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. And I just wanted to thank you so much for stopping by and watching me craft. I hope you guys give it a try. And if you do, please share your pictures in the comments. Thanks and have a great day.